The United States is weighing possible military action in Iraq as Islamic militants head toward Baghdad right now. The Iraqi capital is home to the largest U.S. embassy in the world, a $700 million compound of 20 buildings that opened back in 2009. And right now, plans are being made for a possible evacuation of U.S. personnel. Lisa, I want to start with you. We've been talking about this. If you would just put this in perspective, how many Americans are there right now in Iraq?
Well, Pam, the U.S. has about 5,300 personnel in Iraq. Now, there are 2,000 or so Americans, and we're talking about diplomats, contractors, security personnel, and officials from various agencies, from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to the Agency for International Development, the FBI. It's really a kind of whole government approach, and most of them are in the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, but the U.S. also has consulates with a small amount of personnel in Basra in the south, but more urgently in Erbil in the north, where ISIL is gaining a lot of ground in that area.
And Bob, this of course begs the question about security. What is the security situation there, particularly at the embassy?
Well, first of all, I hope they're going into a burnout now, and that's taking all paper documents and it's simply physically burning or shredding them. I've been in these evacuations before. Making sure there's no hard drives out. It'd be a catastrophe if they had to leave and ISIS got the material in that embassy. And I hope what they're doing now is doing a drawdown, and that's non-essential personnel. So if there were an extremis extraction of the embassy, you'd only need a couple helicopters to send in there. I don't see that situation, but you have to plan for these things days in advance.
Elise, if you would tell us how diplomacy could work here when dealing with a terror group like ISIS.
Well, first of all, just on Bob's point, the State Department is not evacuating its citizens. It's right now just putting together plans for doing so. They might just hunker down and see how bad it gets, Pam. But on the diplomacy side, clearly there are a lot of countries, not just in the region, like the Saudis and the UAE and those Gulf states that have a lot of concern about what's happening on their borders. But you also have countries that the U.S. worked very close with during the war in Iraq. The British Secretary of State John Kerry is in London today meeting with the foreign minister there. So certainly right now the U.S. is not just talking about what it can do, but it's talking to countries in the region, how they can help support